Hi guys, my name's Noni, and I am just here to show you how I get my everyday, very simple, glowy makeup look. I just also wanted to apologize because in this video, I literally am so pale that I'm reflecting light. And I was not watching my camera, so I'm sorry. I'm like literally recording on my iPhone, so this is not impressive. I'm not a makeup guru. This is just how I do my everyday makeup. And yeah, that's about it. So also, yeah, sorry I'm a ghost, and I figured you can still follow my steps and see what products I use. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and here it comes. First, I'm gonna start with my primer. I really like this primer because it like sinks into my pores in the best way possible, so it makes it look like I don't have pores, which is very nice. So I just kind of rub it and then pat it in. I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty foundation today. I picked this up and I actually love it with all my heart. I definitely like the way it feels in the coverage because you can build coverage, but I just kind of rub it with my fingers and then take my beauty blender. Yeah, just keep blending all around. Blend it all in. Blend it all around. And then take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Fair Beige. You guys probably can't even see that, honestly. Just gonna give myself some more paint. And blend it in. And then I'm just gonna put it on any problem areas. My chin is always messed up. And then I have hormonal acne on my forehead right now, so I'm just gonna, you know, just do your thing. Do your thing. I'm gonna set my under eyes in my forehead line because that's terrible with the NYX setting powder. I like this powder. I like to first, because my creases are so bad, so first I like to blend them down and then take the end of my beauty blender and just press that in. And then the same with my forehead line to make sure it's not creasing, and then just set it down. Then I'll go in with my eyebrows. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow brush. This is old, so the label has rubbed off. And then I use the NYX Tame and Frame eyebrow. I actually switch around my brow products like every day, so I don't always use the same one. This one is like okay. I definitely like the Anastasia one better. I'm just out at the moment. This one's like really waxy, so if you are looking for like a good brow product, I don't necessarily recommend this one, but I just like have it, you know. I'm a poor college kid. I'm just trying to use what I got. So I just like have a lot of bald spots on my eyebrows. You guys, my eyebrows are just like not impressive, so I'm not trying to spend a fat amount of time on them. And this eyebrow is really messed up, so this one takes me a good amount of effort. My eyebrows never match, so just like whatever. I just feel like my face is disproportionate in general, so I'm gonna switch to my MAC. Some stout, obviously. Brow setting. Alright, so obviously I will never get compliments on my eyebrows because they're just not nice. And my left one is like balding, so I just run that through and then brush them out. I'm gonna take the MAC Get Me Sun This matches me more in the summertime, but this is a Real Techniques blush brush, but I use it for bronzer because I don't know, I just like how it's good at not putting down too much product. But I just take a little at a time and kind of just keep blending. And then I take a little bit on my nose. Once I'm done with Gimme Sun, I go in with Cheeky Bronze from MAC. This is really nice for like a glowy effect, if you can see that. Has a little bit of like, I want to say gold glitter in it. And has that like bronzing effect at the same time, so I'm all for that since I'm so pale. I like to just kind of like press it side to side and really make sure I get that cheeky bronze. Just because I'm so pale everywhere else, I like to bring it down my neck because I'm fake. Alright, so I'm gonna take my favorite blush of all time, NARS Orgasm. And I'm gonna take the Clinique, it's just like a face brush. I think my mom gave this to me, okay, probably in 2nd grade, who knows. I have a hard time getting rid of things. Just gonna blend it, smile, so make sure that's all in there. I'm gonna take the Cover FX, it's like the highlighter drops, and this is in sunlight. So I'm gonna put it on my hand, like in the inner corner, so it warms up a little. So I take my hand here, and I just want it, like, it doesn't have to be a lot. I don't know if you can see that, but just like keep adding. I definitely suggest using a sponge because I realize it, like, no matter what foundation I'm wearing, it kind of takes it apart depending on how you apply this. So you just have to be really careful and be like I'm not tapping hard at all because I don't want it to rub off my foundation. So, and then I put it up above my eyebrow, kind of up, so I'm glowing. Put it up on my nose, Cupid's bow. So I'm gonna let that set in for a hot second and move on to my eyes. I've been really into like glittery pinks on my eyes, and in this Urban Decay, it's just like Beauty with an Edge, little tiny palette. Don't use any of the other colors really. And I take Guilt, this pink one. Take my finger, because with eyeshadows that are glossier, I like to use my finger because I find the warmth brings out more pigment, the warmth from my finger. And sometimes I'll take this is just a Smashbox like blending brush I got in a set, and I just blend it in my crease, just a little bit under the eye. This does not need to be precise blending or anything. I'm just making sure that it's not super harsh. Finished the face now, so I'm just gonna grab more of that. This has nothing, like, it's just like whatever's left over on this brush from my bronzer. I try on different highlighters every day, but right now I'm gonna go with the Laura Geller Ballerina. This is probably too dark for my skin tone right now, but I like to put it on top of that sunlight. I just take my finger and get like the inside corners, and then sometimes like right beneath my brow bone. I don't really try that hard when it comes to that. So once Ballerina's on, I'll take Champagne Pop by Becca. Jaclyn Hill, you're the fucking best. So I just put it like above that a little bit, like a little bit higher. You guys are probably like, wow, she has 3 highlighters on. Who is this? Who does she think she is? I'm just trying to be a little ray of sunshine, literally, and brighten everybody's day. Blind them, because that's the goal. Because I used her foundation today, I feel like I should. Trophy Wife. This is a tip for the pale girls that bought Trophy Wife. You can use it as a body glitter. I don't know if you can see that, but this is too dark for my skin tone. So what I do is usually I put down champagne pop because that's a little more acceptable, and if I want to be a little more glittery, I literally take the slightest dabs and then ever so slightly put that on top of champagne pop. If you're gonna layer all these, you gotta blend, because sometimes I be walking around with a really harsh highlighter, and like, that's fine, whatever. If you're trying to be more blended, just take your beauty blender or your brush, just kind of mix it around. Also, this is another Smashbox, just this is like a highlighter brush. I gotta finish off the eyes so you can see that light pink on there in my crappy eyebrows. With my eyelashes, I first curl them. This is just a drugstore eyelash curler, nothing special. But I just kind of hold it and squeeze it repeatedly for like 10 seconds. 10 out of 10 recommend eyelash curlers. They will change your life. Favorite mascara ever I've ever tried, and it's super cheap, is the Lash Paradise. So everybody does their eyelashes differently, but if you're wanting to follow me, I just basically do the most basic application ever, but I let this side dry before I do another layer, and I move on to the next. So I'm gonna move on to the bottom lashes for now. And the reason why I go over the top of my eyelashes at the end is because there's not a lot of product left, and so it won't get like super clumpy. And then I take like a brush like this. I don't even remember where this came from, so literally any one of these brushes. And I make sure that there's no clumps. I know this is a lot of people use this brush for eyebrows, but I really recommend using it for eyelashes because it's like better than a Q-tip, you know? Alright, take your curler. And you're gonna curl the lash for like five-ish seconds. And your lashes will stick to the thing and they're gonna get a little wonky, so that's what this is for. And just separate them out. Because I'm doing kind of get ready with me today, I'll go a little extra. Just ever so lightly do one last layer. Last step, lips. So I use the IT Cosmetics lip flush stain. It changes to like your natural color. Also, this has been through a lot of different weather changes, so it's like melted and kind of broken. But it's gonna match your like best lip color and look natural. Rub together, let it settle. Because I do not have voluptuous lips, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. And I've been really into like glosses. I usually hate them. I'm gonna shake my all-nighter spray, drown myself in it. Makeup's gonna last all day. That is basically it. That is my everyday glowy makeup routine. Again, I'm not a beauty guru. I don't really know what I'm doing. but that's how I do everything. Those are the products I use. That's how we get to this. That's how I don't look good. And I hope you enjoyed.